having been at the most rock bottom place in my life as an adult, that was really hard for me. And I've come out of that. Like I've realized that I was wrong in that manner. There is always hope. There is always hope. And it comes from places that you have no idea. I believe that we have such a huge population of people who need healing of some sort. And in my heart, I have such a passion to help people out of these dark places, help them to heal even places that you don't know need healing. And I'm seeing connections to past pains and traumas and things from when you were a tiny little child and how it actually does affect you and who you are and what you think and how you react and all of these things. And going around just hearing how stressed out people are and how they feel this need to XYZ, to do these things, to be good enough, to be seen. And whether it's in your marriage, in a relationship with a friend or a sibling or a parent, or it's within your own being. I just wish that I could just go poof and I could heal all of you. But I do know that I have a passion for healing people and giving hope where hope feels completely lost. I have been there, you guys. I've been in a place where I felt hope was completely lost. Like, I'm a very hopeful person. I have been in a place where I thought hope was completely lost. At the moment that I thought that it happened, at the moment that I felt that loss of hope, I was devastated, absolutely shattered. Like I said, I'm a hopeful person and I always believe the best, and I always believe that good is going to come around the corner and things are going to change or things are going to be better, or, whatever it may be. Having been at the most rock bottom place in my life as an adult, that was really hard for me. And I've come out of that. Like I've realized that I was wrong in that manner. There is always hope. There is always hope. And it comes from places that you have no idea. I know that I'm just kind of rambling, but I just want so bad for you guys to all heal all of your hurt little places on the inside, whether you were a kid, a baby, a teenager, an adult, or all of the above. I just want to do that for you. And that's kind of my goal with my podcast, in a sense. I know it's real hard to be very, very vulnerable on there and without putting out other people's sins, I guess. And counts against me and things like that. But I believe that there is hope in all places. There is a light at the end of every single tunnel. And we all go through seasons. And I don't want anyone to give up. I don't want anyone to give up on themselves, on their relationships, on just anything in your life. It is so much better to live at a place with peace, low expectations in people, not because they're losers or whatever and you can't count on them, but because we can't expect things of other people because we get let down a lot, and then we have judgments and then all of these things. And if we kind of can live at a place where we love unconditionally, we accept people and we have open arms, like people's sins against us or their hurts against us don't have anything to do with us. There's something else going on that makes them incapable of making this wrong choice, whether it be, just some sort of stronghold that they have or past hurts that haven't been healed. That's one thing, you guys, that like if you can be very truthful with yourself and heal some past hurts, if you heal your past hurts, you have physical healing in your body, emotional healing in your mind, and you find that your relationships are a lot more free. And that's what I'm working on myself still. I have a lot of things that I need to heal from. I need to get to a much better place where I'm loving unconditionally, I'm loving with open arms, and I'm forgiving all the time. I really want that for you too, because it's such a much better place to live than living completely guarded, living in a place where you're always putting these walls up and you're not free in your relationship. You're not loving freely, you're not living freely, and you just feel bogged down by life all the time. And that is no way to live. That, I believe, is what also causes our diseases and the issues in our body, because it really does house our trauma and can actually cause physical harm to us. And I know that years ago, I would have thought this all sounded super hokey because it just wasn't where I was at. But now that I'm actually going down this road and I'm experiencing it myself, it is mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing. There's a whole nother realm of healing. It's just really magnificent, and I want that for everybody. I really do. I want you that are in marriages that just are hard and they feel like you've been in a dark season forever and you've been sinned against. You've had terrible, terrible hurts and betrayal and those kind of things. I want you to know that there is hope in feeling alive again. There's hope in having joy in your relationship. There's hope in having safety again in your marriage. If you've had past hurts from your parents, even from when you were real young, there is a way to break through all of that and to not live your life trying to accommodate those hurts. Like, I know some people who control a lot in their life because it's out of fear that was generated when they were a kid. If you can get into the core of that and you heal that, then I've seen this control go away, that their life is at so much more peace. They don't have this fear in them that is creating this control in them. I know a lot of people that feel like they have the need to control, whether it be control the cleanliness of your house or control everything your kids say and do, or any of those things. And watching them heal those inner child traumas or heal whatever it was that caused that fear, I'm watching these situations of control lift away from them, and they just look more at peace. They're sleeping better. There's just so much to it. And when we hold on to bitterness and resentment and anger from all of that, we can't love life and enjoy life the same way. We can't love from a hurt place, and people can't love us from a hurt place. And I just see a whole bunch of hurt people walking around the earth, even though they have a smile on their face. Everyone looks at me and says, "Oh, Terry, you're so joyful," and you're, whatever. And it's like, I am a very joyful person, and I have a lot of hope and things always having a possibility of getting better and all of these things. That's who I am. But I have had devastation in my life. I have been betrayed. I have had some very, very dark seasons in my life, in my marriage. If I wasn't hopeful and I didn't get healing, then who knows where we would be. But my unhealed places have even generated a parent in me that I don't want to be. So when I'm really hurt, I'm not able to love the way that I want to love. And then I later feel guilty for how I was short or impatient or anything like that. And that all stems back to this inner hurts that need to be healed. And again, I know that some of you are going to listen to this, if you've even made it this far, and you're going to think, oh, whatever, like you won't put a lot of weight to what I'm saying. And the only reason I say that is because I too have been there. And it wasn't until I started experiencing it myself that my passion grew even bigger for helping people feel hope and helping people get healed from these wounds that are causing so much hindering on your life, whether it be you're constantly sick or you have some underlying disease, or you're constantly sad or constantly angry or irritable or constantly impatient. All of that has an origin in your body. I really believe it. An origin in your mind, whether it be a memory, an experience, a betrayal, any of those things. And they can be healed. They can be. And you have to believe it. We were not created to be hindered by these things. We are created to be free of them. We are created to love unconditionally, love the way Christ loves. No one ever said that life was going to be fair, or no one ever said that life was going to be easy. We are here on this earth to get through it in the best way possible. And I believe that the best way possible is to heal ourselves. And there's a whole system to that. There are ways to fast track that and then get into it deeper and deeper as you get going. But I am always happy to talk. If you feel hopeless about anything, do not feel ashamed of anything. Do not feel embarrassed to talk about it. I want to be your safe. I want to be the place that you can come if you want and share and get some healing and get some prayer and some direction or a starting point or anything like that. Because I love people so much, and I want to help you find that space of healing where you can then get some peace and you can see the joy in the life that we live. There is so much joy to be seen and so much joy to be had, but it's so easy to let the negative things of this world damper that vision, that life. And if we can stop complaining about every little thing that happens in our life, and instead of complaining, see the good thing that happened in that moment. Like, oh my gosh, I just got a flat tire. And of course, that's a negative thing. We're all going to look down on that. But at the same time, something good is going to come from that, whether it be you had someone come and help you and you got to spend that time with them, or you got to take a minute to just slow the F down. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I go so fast, so forward, that I don't slow down enough. And if that flat tire slowed you down enough, then so be it. But like I said, there is always something good in the bad. And we need to start shifting our perspective to look for that, to actually look for the good. And I do believe that you'll see good things come your way. You'll see your life change before your eyes. Again, healing must. And I remember when people would talk about childhood trauma, and I was like, I'm not childhood trauma. And I remember a therapist that I was seeing said every child has childhood trauma. The level is different, but every child has some sort of childhood trauma. Trauma doesn't have to be something devastating. Childhood trauma is something that our body has learned. It could be the way, maybe a parent yelled a lot, and it's what we learned from that yelling. It's what we told ourselves. If a parent was abusive, or if they were too busy to spend time with us, if they were this or that, that can be childhood trauma that you don't even know that you have. And so I didn't think I had childhood trauma. I wasn't beaten. I wasn't abused. It wasn't these things, but there were some things that I learned that I wanted to be the person who fixed everything. I learned that there is fear in the unknown. There is fear in yelling. And that's what I told myself. And so I've lived my life being a people pleaser and trying to fix people, things that have caused people pain and all of these things. I still want to be that place for people. I want to be a place of healing. I want to be a place that people see that there is hope. I got derailed because I saw something in my yard. That's the real tea. But I said everything I really wanted to say on this. I want to kind of spark an interest. I want to give a little bit of hope that there is hope in all situations. That if you're in that dark place, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, even if you don't see it. I want you to know that there can be redemption in really bad situations. I want to tell you that there can be redemption in parts where you feel so broken that you feel like you'll never be better. If you're in an abusive relationship or anything like that, I'm not telling you to stay. Definitely keep yourself safe. I'm not a licensed therapist or anything like that, but I am the real tea. And I'm here to share like my experiences and the hope that I know is out there and the healing that I know that can do so much for us. I know that some of you are in really, really dark places right now. And I've been there. And I want to show you a way out. I want to show you that there is a way out. I want to give you, even if it's that 1% of hope, that there is hope. I want to give that to you. I want to help you see that. Yeah, that's it. So I hope some of this has planted a seed for some of you. I hope this has turned a light on at the end of the tunnel for some of you. I hope that it's piqued some interest. And if anybody wants to reach out to me and chat, I am always happy to do that. I'm always happy to share. I hope you have the best day, and look for one joyful thing in your day today. One thing that's good in the bad. And let's start retraining our brain together. So I hope you have a good day.